wonder if you have ever walked away from a session with kids where you tried to open the Bible with them, but the kids seemed unsettled. You couldn't quite get your groove, and in the end just kept wishing for the time to be over. As children's leaders, we want children to engage and participate well so that they're able to encounter, be challenged and changed by the awesome message of the gospel, and to find a positive peer group to connect with. A lack of participation can be a cause of great frustration for kids leaders. There are actually a number of things we can do to help heighten kids' engagement. Firstly, get to know the kids and be consistently present. See, when there's a lack of consistency in leaders, that very quickly plays out in reduced engagement by the kids. How well do you know the kids? What interests them? What worries them? What are they passionate about? Get to know them and pray regularly for the children you are spending time with. One really significant way to help kids participate well is good preparation. You need to have a clear understanding of what the big idea or primary goal of your time with the kids is. If you're unclear in communicating this message, the kids can easily get lost and miss what's important. Everything you should do should point to this main concept. Of course, in order to do this, you'll need to be organised ahead of time. If you are planning on the go and you have to move away from the children to set up the next activity, find a prop or have a conversation with another leader, you'll lose the kids' attention. Communicating clearly with your team ahead of time so that one leader can run an activity while another sets up for the next activity will keep the program seamless and minimise time for distraction. Another consideration is the structure of your session. Kids concentrate best when they aren't sitting still in one place for too long, just listening. Have a good look at what you've planned. If there will be parts where they'll be sitting and just listening to someone talk for more than 10 minutes, mix things up. Plan to have kids moving, standing, or starting a new activity regularly throughout the session. Also consider the different personalities or learning styles of the children in your group and mix up the type of activities you do to engage all the children. Are you using all the senses or only sight and hearing? We only retain about 20% of what we hear alone, but we retain about 90% when we physically do something and articulate it for ourselves and are truly involved in what's happening. It's easy to fall into the trap of having the adults do all the talking, but kids learn best when they get to use their voices, look for answers themselves in the Bible, research, create, or retell the story or big idea. Consider how you can structure the session to increase children's participation. Giving kids choice can be an effective way to increase participation. Having 2 different types of experiential activities set up and allow kids to choose, do they want to do a craft or build a Lego model of the story? And don't ask kids, would you like to sing a song? What are you going to do with the 4 kids who said, no, actually I wouldn't? You could ask, which song would you like to sing? We give kids a sense of responsibility and increase their engagement when they get to make a choice. Perhaps the most important consideration to think about is the leaders we have helping children participate. When there are plenty of consistent, caring adults available to come alongside children and model engagement, participation increases. Instead of asking the question, how many helpers is enough? A better question would be, how can we provide ample leaders to disciple children? Leaders, you need to agree on expectations for the children in your group and be consistent with implementing them. When children are confused about what's expected of them, they're less likely to engage well. Be clear and encourage those who do participate. There might be times when you have prepared well, planned a good structure, given kids choice and have ample leaders on hand, and yet there is still disruption within the group. Be very careful to think through the implications of any consequences you set. For example, if you tell a child that they will have to go back to church if they can't behave, it sounds like gathering with the people of God is a a punishment. When the behaviour of a child is impacting others, a better option may be to offer the child a choice of participating with the group without extra help, or having a parent or carer come in to help them engage. All children have unique needs and their parents or carers know them best. So talk with them about the best way to help engage their child. If you have children with additional needs in your group, you might like to get some extra training for your team. And we have an additional training module specifically about caring and working with children with special needs. Other helpful resources can be found through CBM's Luke 14 ministry for general needs, or Sue Larkey's website for children with autism. We encourage you to spend some time talking with your team about the overall engagement of your group and what could be put into place to help children participate well.